Hello and welcome everybody. JB here with JB's RCs. Thanks for stopping by. In case you haven't noticed, this is my logo truck. So I haven't had this out in a while because last time I used it, I had it set up for mud drags. If you guys haven't seen those videos, I put the old Ford Bronco body on it. I ended up I started off with a Castle ESC and slate motor. I burned that out doing the mud drags. Then I switched over to a Fusion 1800, and that wasn't fast enough. So then I put straight axles from a Red Cat Gen 7 on this, and it was really fast. But then it was too heavy for the mud that I was racing in, so I was just sinking and spinning. So then I put some lighter tires on it. So I had some metal bead locks with some Fling Kings, and I put some Kyosho Mad Van plastic glued wheels and tires on there, and that helped a lot for the weight, but it still just kept sinking. And then I eventually stripped the spur gear, so it sat on the shelf for a while because the mud drags were done for the season. So now I've put back the portal axles on there, and I got a steel spur gear on there. I'm still running the 1800 kV Fusion. And in case you didn't know, this is a Traxxas TRX4 Sport chassis with axles and drive shafts and gearbox. It's running the Jeep Cherokee hardbody with my JB's RC's metal license plate from the Scale Plate Shop. Fantastic plates if you guys are ever interested in getting some license plates for your vehicles. They do plastic, they do metal, they do every scale size that you can think of as far as I know. And they rock. Some of the best out there, and definitely some of the most options out there. They have European style, they have Asian style, American, all the different states. There's military ones, there's everything. So go check that out if you haven't. Some great scale stickers on this I got from eBay too, with the Jeep and the Cherokee and the 4-liter, because the body itself didn't come with it. I have that body painted like a dark metallic gunmetal, which is fantastic looking. Tinted up the rear windows, and then I got some real heavy 1.9 metal bead locks on there with some gorgeous 475 size J Concepts landmines. Great tire, great wheel. And other than that, I'm just running a big heavy metal front bumper on there, and stock servo still, even after the mud drags. That servo is still working. Not the greatest and doesn't have the tightest steering angle or fastest, but it still works, and there's no funny noises coming from it, so I'm just going to keep riding it out. I'm also running stock RXTX from the Traxxas, so that's all still stock in there. I did have to adjust the links when I put the straight axles on, so of course now with the portals back, I had to readjust, and I had to reverse the motor again because of the portals. It runs a different direction than with the straight axles. It's got that extra gear in there in the axles, so reversed the motor again. A little bit noisy now. I don't know if that's because of the steel gear, but I did take it all apart and clean everything out and re-grease the axles and the gearbox, so there's no mud or anything in those. So I think it's just, maybe it's gears that are worn down, or maybe it's that metal on metal spur and pinion now, but it is a little bit noisy. And I do love this truck. Obviously, it's my logo truck. This body fit on here perfectly. It's a nice hard body, it's got side mirrors, door handles, wipers, rear wiper, got those fender flares. It's got a built-in rear bumper, so I didn't have to add an actual rear bumper on there. And I actually have this mounted with Velcro. It is stuck on the front to the shock towers, and on the rear, it's stuck to the rear of the chassis with Velcro. And just the weight of the body really holds it down quite well. And I can even pick up the truck by grabbing the body. So very impressed. Usually my Velcro body mounts don't work out as well as this did, but this one holds on there really nicely. We're up at Santos Tiny Truck Trail. It's up in Ocala, Florida, part of the Vortex Trail. You'll see here in a minute will be some bicycles riding by in the background, if you haven't seen any already. But yeah, there's like a mountain bike trail that runs out through here. And from what I understand, it's about 40 miles long worth of mountain bike trails. And they have all sorts of obstacles and jumps and stuff that they're built into it. So a lot of people coming out here and having fun. This is a Sunday, which is my usual day to go out. So of course everybody's trying to get out on the weekends and do stuff. Oh yeah, there goes a bicycler right there. So yeah, parts of this trail are right next to the bike trail. So it's pretty cool. You'll see people will stop and check out the RCs and stuff while they're riding their bikes around. And you'll see people doing tricks and stuff on the bikes all the time. Hear them talking to each other and stuff. They go out in groups just like we do for RCs. Speaking of groups, I am hanging out with Ian's RCs. I'm sure you saw him toward the beginning there. He's out running some of his trucks as well. Great time out here. We do like coming here a lot. It's a really big space. There's a lot of trails to go. You probably go 45 minutes to an hour just to get around the trails, let alone picking all the little side spots to go crawling on. So real fun, not too challenging. I think toward the end of this video, there's probably the most challenging spot that I go up with this on the rocks. So yeah, this thing performs really well, especially with, like I said, it's pretty much all stock minus the body, the wheels, the tires, the front bumper, and the motor, ESC. Everything else is still a stock Traxxas TRX4 Sport. And I've said it before, I'll say it again, probably one of my favorite all-arounder rigs. Once you take that motor and ESC out and get it so you can crawl slow, great crawler. It's got plenty of speed with the original pinion and spur gear in there. So with that brushless 1800 kV Fusion, I can do a little bashing with it, even I can get it to spin around and almost do a donut, especially with that weight. It's pretty impressive. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the video. I appreciate you stopping by. Thanks very much. If you haven't already, go ahead and like, comment, subscribe, and smash that notification button. All the buttons, smash them all. And get out there and have some fun. See you next time. All around it. Yeah, I got the tan colored one.